Heartbeat, why do you miss when my baby kisses me? And I can't get it out. Come on, out you come, so I can see what you look like. Oh, mate. Hi there everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Hayley, and today we're going to be taking a look at my Pan That palette and having a little update on what I've been doing and what it's looking like. So if you're new here, you can see this is not the proper Metropolis layout. I've got the Natasha Denona Love in here also. I couldn't decide which palettes to use, so I merged them together. This is what she's looking like now. I've been trying to concentrate on the creams more than anything because I'm worried that they'll dry out. So I'll tell you what looks I've been doing. Another thing I've been doing is I've been trying to use up this because this is in my rolling project pan. It's the Clinique Chubby stick in the shade Ample Amber, and I'll give you a little swatch of that. So there it is. So that is what I've been using as my base colour. So instead of a primer, I've been putting that on. So that is what all of the eye looks are on top of today. The first look I did, I used Valentine in the crease and the lower lash line, and to blend the outer edges as well. So I used that to blend out. And on the lid I had Giving. So which one is that? That's the pink one. So that's Giving there from the Love. On the outer corner I have Royal, which is this green looking one here. I was trying to use them as best I could to get some use out of these darker ones. They're a little bit more difficult to use, but I thought I would have a try with that one. For a spotlight I had Blind, which is this one here from the Love. I love that colour. It's got a little bit of a purple tinge to it, so it goes well with all the pinks and purples in that palette. And then on the inner corner I've got Transparent, which is this one, and that's also from the Love palette. So in the waterline I've got the MAC PowerPoint eye pencil in the shade Mistletoe Mint, and that's what that looks like. I've got that in there today, but is it showing up? Let's have a look. So yeah, I've got that one on my waterline. Have I got that for every single look? I don't know. I'm not sure. Don't think so. So that was the first look. And then I had the Clinique Black Honey mascara. This is a limited edition. If you want to pick this up, grab it quick. So it's more of a plummy shade, and I love it. I love this mascara. So the next look I had Lethal in the crease, which is this one here. So I had that in the crease, and then I had Transparent on the lid and the lower lash line. Is that right? I guess so. I had Transparent on the lid and apparently on the lower lash line, and then I had Royal to go on the outer corner. Is that the same one again? Yeah, so I went in that Royal again. That's the green one there. And then the next look I had Antique, which is this one here. I've been getting a lot of use out of that one this time. I think that will be the next one that I hit pan on. So there's that one. That's what I've got on the crease and the lower lash line. On the lid I have Crest, which is a beautiful rusty brown there, like a copper brown, I don't know. It's got a lot of red in it. It's a beautiful shade. So I've got that on the lid. I've got Troop to smoke the outer corner. That one's getting quite a dip in it as well. I'm really pleased with the progress that I'm making on these creams. So the next one I've got Blind on the lid. That's that one there. And I've got Chrism in the crease, which is this really orangey looking one. And then I've got Lethal on the outer corner and the lower lash line. And I think that was it for that look. Then the next look, I've got Antique again on the crease and the lower lash line. And then I've got Blind on the lid again. I hope I'm doing all these right. So there's Blind again. And then I've got Heartbeat and Antique on the outer corner. I remember that look actually. So I did a mix of these two. And I thought that was a lovely eye look. And I had Queen on the inner corner for that look. And then another look I did, I had Chrism again on the crease. And then I had Imperia on the lid. And I really liked that look. I don't use Imperia a lot. And I always think, oh no, look how yellow that is. It's just not my thing. I don't really like yellow. But over the top of that Clinique Chubby stick, because all these looks are over the top of that, it looked a really nice shade of gold. It was just beautiful. So I'll probably be using that again, and I'll be going into it more. So it depends what you put it over the top of, how it looks. It didn't look too yellow. When it's on like just a normal white base, you know, like a normal base, it does look way more yellow, but it looked really nice over the top of that Chubby stick there. So yeah, so that was on there. And then I had Antique to go on the outer corner and the lower lash line again with that look. I had Queen to do like a little spotlight shade in the centre here, and then I had Transparent, which is here, as the inner corner shade. So that was that look. And then the next look, I had my favourite shade. It's one of my favourite topper shades in this palette. I think it's the only topper shade, actually. There might be one other, you know, in the original Metropolis. I think it was Helena, but I've took that one out. So yeah, this is a really nice topper shade. Absolutely stunning. It's like my favourite shade in the palette. And I think it's actually the shade that made me buy the Metropolis altogether. I was like, I've got to have that shade, so I bought the entire palette just to get it. So yeah, this is my favourite shade in there, one of them. And so I had that on the lid, and then I had Queen again on the inner corner, and I had Azoic on the crease, which is this one down here, I think. Let me just double check. Yeah, so this is Azoic. So it's like a really green tinged brown, like a khaki brown. So I had that on the crease. So I had Enigma to smoke out that look. And then I had Blurring Blue on the lower lash, you know, in the waterline. But I can't really swatch that one to show you because it's all gone. But you can see it's like a blue, like a pale blue in there. And it looks really nice to brighten up the waterline. So I had that one for this look. And then the next look, I had Lethal in the crease. So this lovely green here. And Shield on the lid. This is another one of my favourites. Shield is there. That's a beautiful shade. Oh, I absolutely love it. Like an antique, greeny bronze colour. Really pretty. I had Royal on the outer corner, which is this green again. So I did try and get some good use out of those. And Imperia as a spotlight, so that's the yellow one. So I had that's a spotlight shade in the centre of the lid, and then I had Transparent on the inner corner to highlight the inner corner again. And I had the Blurring Blue with the Clinique and the Onyx. Oh, I haven't shown you my poor little Onyx. It's in here. So I had this Onyx as the eyeliner. Sorry, I should have said, for all of the looks I've been using Onyx by Estee Lauder. It's one of their pencil eyeliners. I've been trying to use that up, so I've been using that for all of my eyeliner today on all these looks is that. So for the next look, I had Antique on the crease and the lower lash line. I had Heartbeat to go on the outer corner. I had Noble, which is that one there, on the lid. And I had Transparent on the inner corner again. I really like that one for the inner corner. So I'm rather excited at my progress with this palette this time, because I have made some quite significant dips in those cream shades, which is what I was aiming for. So I think I might see some pan next month. So excited to see some pan. I think the one I'm going to see some pan in first might be that one, which is Antique. And I can see this one's got a really big dip. That one's got a big dip. So yeah, I'm getting excited. They're all getting big dips. So yeah, that was my update on my pan that palette this month. I hope you enjoyed watching and looking at all the looks with me. If you did, give me a like and subscribe if you're not already. And I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.